Imagine turning 50 pages of business documents into a 20-minute podcast you can listen to while driving. Today I'm showing you a free tool from Google that does exactly that. So stay tuned if you want to save 80% of your reading time. NotebookLM is Google's proprietary software, and it is an incredible tool which allows you to put together a number of your different notes, articles, websites, emails, and even audio files all together in one repository where you can then say, okay, here's all the information, and the AI model will then look into what the information is all about. It'll summarize it for you, and we'll go through everything that it's going to do now. Best of all, it creates an audio podcast, which sounds incredibly realistic, and I'm going to show you that right now. So to get started, we want to go here into NotebookLM. So it's literally, the website is notebooklm.google.com. I'll put the link in the information below in case you didn't catch that. And when you log in, you'll come to a screen here like this. It says, well, welcome to NotebookLM. You can choose to keep updated. I'm going to pass on that, thank you, and just click OK. The instructions are pretty simple. So really, it's a case of upload, convert, and then benefit. So here we go. If we click create, you'll see we've got a number of different options here. So you can either choose to drag and drop, or you can click choose file, and you can choose PDF, text, markdown, audio, and obviously a .text file. You could include emails which you've pasted in, or other sort of text forms, but PDF and .text are probably all you'll need. Google Docs, so docs or slides, not sheets at the moment, but to be honest with you, that's not going to be the main benefit for this anyway. If you really wanted to analyze sheets, there's other softwares which will do that better. We've got links, so from a website or YouTube. I think YouTube could be really cool, actually. I'll come back to that later. And then you can just paste the text from the clipboard. So what I'll do is I'll just go and grab a couple of files now, and then we'll come back. So as you can see here, what we've done now is we've added two documents. One of them is a PDF, and one of them, actually they're both PDFs, but one of them is actually slides that I converted to PDF. It was PowerPoint slides. We can click on it and we can sort of see here, this is obviously the slides that have been converted to PDF, and then this was the wider PDF document. So it's quite a long document. It was actually the Bank of England policy report for November 2024, and you can see here on the drop down, it gives you a summary of the specific article, and it gives you the key topics here, which is really handy. And it will do the same again on the other slides. It will then explain what it's about, and you can then close that down, and you can obviously see your sources here. You can click the plus button to add further sources, and you can also add some notes. This here is the really interesting part though. It's the notebook guide, and it then offers you, so create an FAQ, a study guide, so really useful for students, table of contents, timelines, briefing documents. So these are all the things which immediately get my mind really excited, because if you're a business, whether you're doing competitor analysis, future customer research, whatever you're doing, whether you've got a lot of information you need to brief to a boss, all of these options allow you to put a ton of information, up to 50 documents, but 500,000 words into this model, and you can then do these things really, really quickly. Click of a button. And what I really love is the suggested questions area. So this comes up here. Based on the information here, it's working out what questions you probably will want to know about. Now, obviously, I'm doing monetary policy here. So how does the Bank of England's Monetary Policy Committee plan to achieve its 2% inflation target? What are the challenges and risks? Boom. A lot of people want to know that. If you're into your monetary policy, that's exactly the kind of thing you want to know. Where is the MPC's forecast for GDP growth? And so here you go, the summary. The Bank of England monetary policy for November 2024 presents the Bank of England assessment of the current economic situation, its outlooks for the year ahead. And it goes into a little bit of detail. You can use the suggested questions, but you can also just do a specific question that you might have. But let's go into, for example, just choosing that suggested question and see what happens. And there we go. So what you'll find here is that it has produced a pretty succinct summary. I won't read it all through to you, but if you want to pause the screen, you can obviously do so and review it. It gives you the references here and explains where it gets the information from. You can click on it and then it will go into the sources on the left-hand side, and it will even highlight the paragraph that it's taken that information from. So if you want to directly quote it, you've got that ability. Challenges and risks, uncertainty around the labour market. This has just produced essentially a really good succinct summary for anyone who you could use this for your LinkedIn posts. You could use it to brief your boss or your customers, email list, whatever it is. Really, really clever way of providing information. However, that's not the best bit. Here is my absolute favourite part about this, and I've been gatekeeping this on purpose in this video until now because I just wanted to show you the other things that it also does. But here we go, back to Notebook Guide. You'll have noticed I didn't mention the audio overview. And what we've got here is a deep dive conversation with two hosts. It is in English language for now only. You can choose customize, and you can ask it to focus on specific topics or target a certain audience, for example, someone who is not very au fait with monetary policy. So let's do that. So now we've dumbed it down a little bit. Admittedly, you could argue you want to keep it highbrow if your audience are people who already understand a lot about the finance sector, which they may do. But actually, perhaps what our focus is business might be to help our customers understand. And actually, we're an accountant, for example. So let's click generate. Okay, and now we have got the audiobook. So it's called Untitled Notebook. That's based on the fact that I haven't given it a name up here. So let's call it November Fiscal Policy Update. And there you go. Now the audio has changed its title. And what we can do now is we can click play. So let's listen to a little bit.
Hey everyone, and welcome back for another deep dive with us. This time we're going to be trying to make sense of the autumn budget 2024. You know, it's been in the news a lot lately. We're going to look at what's in it, what it means for the economy, and most importantly, what it could mean for you.
Yeah, and we've got a great source to help us do that, the Bank of England's latest monetary policy report. It's packed with insights about the current state of the UK economy and how this budget might change things.
It sounds pretty complex, though.
It can be a little bit, yeah. That's why we're here to break it down into plain English. We'll unpack the jargon and focus on what really matters. Think of it like a financial health check for the UK.
So there you go. That's 13 minutes, nearly 14 minutes of unpacking this specific document. If that's the kind of thing that is interesting for you, please go and give it a try. It's completely free. As I said, the link is below. And if you're interested in this sort of content, then like this video and subscribe, because I'm going to be producing a ton more valuable content, particularly if you are a busy business owner or employee who just needs to reclaim some time.